Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. So in this video we will understand how to create field dependency in Salesforce. As the name of field dependency, while creating the form you might be have seen after selecting any country, and when you select the state, the only states you can see relevant to selected country. That's called as a field dependency. So what is happening in this phenomenon? After selecting any country, only related states are displayed in the state field. So how to create it, that we will learn in this video. So I will explain what is field dependency in Salesforce. Then there will be the two field types. After that we will see uses of field dependency. Then we will see use case, and using that use case we will create the field dependency in Salesforce. After creating the field dependency, we will see some consideration to creating the field dependency. So watch the video till end and don't miss any step. After that you can also able to create field dependency in Salesforce. And if you are new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon, so whenever we post a new video you will get an update. So without any delay, let's get started. Field dependency in Salesforce. In the Salesforce, when we select the controlling field, the other field, that means the dependent field, should show only those values that relate to the controlling field. This is called as a field dependency in Salesforce. So for example, we have two pick list fields. First one is the technology and another one is the certifications. Now when any user select the Salesforce as a technology, then the certification pick list field should only display the certifications related to the Salesforce technologies. Then if the user selects the SharePoint as a technology, then the certification pick list field should display only certification which are related to the SharePoint technologies. So in this scenario, the technology is the controlling field and the certification field is the dependent field. Then moving ahead, we have field types. First one is the controlling field and another one is the dependent field. So let's understand which field types supports the controlling field and which field types supports the dependent field. So here I have also created the video on field types in Salesforce. The video link I have given in description box. Now let's understand the controlling field. The controlling field decided the behavior of the dependent field. There are three controlling fields in Salesforce. First one is the checkbox, another one is the standard pick list field, and then third one is the custom pick list field. Now let's understand for the checkboxes. For example, in the account object, you have one checkbox field which is active or not. That means the field name is active. If the checkbox is checked, that means the account is active, and if the checkbox is unchecked, that means this account is inactive or deactive. If the checkbox is checked, then only the dependent value should display the relevant values. Now let's understand the dependent field. The dependent field shows only those values related to the controlling field. In the dependent field, we can set which value should be displayed according to the controlling field. There are two dependent fields in Salesforce. First one is the custom pick list and then another one is the multi-select pick list. So that means for the controlling field, checkbox, standard pick list and custom pick list, only these three fields can be controlling field, and then for the dependent field, custom pick list and then multi-select pick list, these two pick list field can be only dependent field. Except these fields, we cannot add field dependency in Salesforce. Now let's understand the uses of field dependency in Salesforce. So we can filter the dependent field values based on the value that we selected in the controlling field using the field dependency. After that, it enhances the accuracy while creating the records, because when we select the controlling field, then in the dependent field it only shows the values that are related to the controlling field. Again, let's take an example for the country and the states. In the country field, if you select the India, then in the state field you can see only those states which are related or which are relevant to the country India. And if you don't have the field dependency, then it will be very difficult to select the state from all other countries also. So these are the important uses of field dependency. Now let's understand the use case, and using this use case I will explain how to create field dependency in Salesforce. So the use case is, whenever the user selects any domain, in the next field it should display the relevant certifications. Now let's understand this scenario on the Salesforce org. For that, let's jump to the Salesforce org. So first let's understand the scenario. For that, here I am navigating to the custom app which is Institute CRM. Here I have created one custom object, student. Now as I click on new button, so before start to creating this video, I have changed the page layout. The change that I made, it's not reflected over here. So for that, let me navigate to the Salesforce Classic. Click on All tab, search for the student object, click on new. So here I have created two pick list field. First one is the domain. Here you can see in the domain field I have three domains: Salesforce, SharePoint, and then AWS. After that, in the certifications I have some certifications, and here you can see for all domain certification we have in the certification pick list field. Now what I want to do, if I select the Salesforce over here, in the certifications it should display only Salesforce certifications. That means the certifications which are relevant to the Salesforce, that only should display over here. After that, if I select the AWS over here, then in the certification field it should display only certifications which are relevant to the AWS. So let's create field dependency. For that, let's navigate to the student object. Here I am clicking on gear icon, click on setup, object manager. In the quick find box, search for the student object. It's a custom object that I created. After that, here you can see fields and relationship. Now as you click on fields and relationship, here you can see here we have one option which is field dependencies. As I click on this field dependencies, so till now I didn't create any field dependency. To create new one, click on this new button. Now here we need to select controlling field and dependent field. So in the controlling field, here you will see some fields which are which will be some pick list field and then checkbox. So here is the admission done is the checkbox field. Let me show you. Here you can see the admission done is a checkbox field, and other all fields in the controlling field are pick list fields. Now here I am selecting domain. Then in the dependent field, here also you will see only pick list fields. So in the dependent field, here I need to select certifications and then click on continue. Now scroll down. Here you can see in the domain, here we have Salesforce, SharePoint, and then AWS. Now here we need to select when the user will select Salesforce option, then which certification it should display. So here I want to display Salesforce Administrator, then press the control key, Platform Developer 1, Salesforce AI Specialist, and then Salesforce Associate. After selecting the values, here you can see here we have one button which is include values. We need to click on this include values button. Now here you can see these 4 certifications are visible. After that, for the SharePoint, again select the SharePoint certifications. So here I am selecting SharePoint certifications. Again click on include button, and again for the AWS certifications, here I am selecting these 3 and then click on include. Now if you want to remove any certifications, for that what you can do, again select certification that you want to remove, and then here you can see here we have exclude values button, click on it and the certifications get removed. Again here I am adding this one, click on include values and then click on save button. Now again navigate to the record page. Let me refresh the page, and now as I click on the domain, so first here I will select Salesforce, and now here you can see in the certification fields only those certifications are displayed which are relevant to the Salesforce domain. Again as I select SharePoint, here you can see again the certification value get changed. Again as I select AWS, and in the certification field only those certifications are displayed which are related to the AWS domain. So in this way we can create field dependency in Salesforce. Now let's understand some consideration to create the field dependency. So here we converted, so here you can see, so here we converted the existing field to the controlling or the dependent field, and because of this it does not affect in the created record which are we created previously. So here you can see after converting the existing field to the controlling field or the dependent field, it does not affect your existing records, it will apply to the new records only. After that, if you change the existing controlling fields value, then the dependent field value will lost. That means let me show you. So that means if we change this pick list value from the fields and relationship, after that the certification, that means the dependent fields value will get lost. After that, the controlling field must be present in the page layout, because if it is missing, the dependent pick list field don't appear. Let's understand this. For example, you created one page layout, and on that page layout you didn't add this domain field and only added the certification field. Then after saving that page layout, and when you start to creating record, at that time this certification field also will not visible, because of you didn't add the domain field or the controlling field in this page layout. Then make sure the dependent pick list field is lower on the page layout than the controlling field. Let's understand this also. For example, in the domain, here I am selecting none. That means in the certification we have not applicable. So what will happen when you place the certification field or the dependent field above the controlling field? Then before selecting the domain or the controlling field, in the certification field you will see not any values. So these are some consideration for creating the field dependency in Salesforce. I hope whatever I explained you have understood that. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon, so whenever we post any new video you will get an update. See you in next video. Take care. Thank you.